Good morning. Morning. We are here in the true Northwest. Feet up on the ball. I'm just kidding. We are here this morning talking about carpal tunnel, mix and fix. Carpal tunnel, mix and fix. So you see me sitting on a chair. I got my little stool here. You could do this sitting at your desk. You could do this sitting at your table. What we're looking for is a little bit of a support surface. Good morning, Amy. So I just got my ball here. I'm not really using it. What I want to focus on today is completely from the elbow down. And in order to get that concentration in that area, we're going to use a surface, someplace we're seated down so we don't have to worry about balance. And then we have a few tools we're going to deal with. So the first thing I just want to talk for 1 minute about is carpal tunnel itself. Your hand, carpal tunnel, we have carpals, which are the bones through our wrist. So it goes phalanges, carpals, metacarpals. So we have these three little things, 1, 2, 3, wrist, palm, fingers, wrist, palm, fingers, 1, 2, 3. The carpal is a tunnel that holds like a circle around that wrist. So it technically looks like that. It is on the front that it compresses and entraps the nerve. When the tunnel, the carpal tunnel, is compressed and it collapses, you pinch the nerve. So now you have nerve impingement in your hands, and that's a syndrome you're causing. How do people know that it's carpal tunnel syndrome? It's not hard to diagnose. It is burning, hot, ouch, 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 nothing on your pinky. Ouch, 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 nothing on your pinky. You're going to know, right? So of your 5 fingers, good morning, Nish, 1, 2, 3, 4, it will not happen in this one. Tunnel collapses, bang, it collapses. We now have nerve impingement, but not on the pinky. That's how you'll know it's carpal tunnel. And then there's ways to deal with that. You'll hear people say, oh, well, how do I strengthen that? If you can't strengthen it and the tunnel has collapsed too much, there's surgery options. And what they're going to do is they're going to cut the median nerve, which is the one that's causing you problems, and they're going to take it, they're going to cut that, and they're going to put it over top so the carpal is not collapsed on top of it anymore. And then you'll get movement and you'll go through hand therapy. We can mitigate that. We need to wake it up, work it out, mobilize it, and then let it come down, right? So the thing we have to do is wake it up. The electricity in it is already very woken up. But what people will find is it's centralized. We really need to think about connecting and relaxing the hand. So I have some tools here. I have some at-home tools that I'm going to use. I've also got what we classify as a bender ball. You might have seen this. You can buy this at, again, any fitness department store. You can order them online. The actual brand that is the brandy brand is called the Bender Ball. And the difference between them and other ones is, you can use this for many things, is the material. The Bender brand has a really good material. People are like, well, how do you blow it up? It's super simple. You're going to laugh at this. As hard or as light as I want that. And then I just stick it back in there and I got my ball. So now this is great for carpal tunnel syndrome. A ball, just a general ball, we're going to use. We're also going to use a towel. You could use any smaller ball. You could use a foam roller. How about a can? I'm just grabbing my can because my thing rolled away from me. And I could use my can. So anything I could roll with, I'm using those. The other thing that I'm looking at in here is being able to squish something. And you've seen them, they're called tension balls, right? So you could use a tennis ball. Rackets are harder. I had a really good one. Dylan stole it. So as a basketball player at a third level, if you're not aware, Dylan has broken his shooting hand twice. One was a spiral break. That's one of the ways I got super good at hands, and I've worked with orthopedic surgeons and hand therapists. So I've had a lot of knowledge being able to repair his hand twice. That was lovely. And he has this little ball, but he stole it because he uses it all the time. The other thing we're going to use is a band. So we have all these little at-home tools we can use. The first thing we want to do, I'm going to sit sideways on my chair so you can see me. The first thing I want to do is mobilize my hand. And a lot of the times we think about it as if doing stuff like this and mobilizing. Perfect. You see Kara and Jacob, and they're really good with doing the wrist roll. So that's the mobilization. That's one thing. We need to play the piano. Are you ready? We're going to play the piano. Play the piano. Right? Wake it up. Wake it up. We are then going to wake it up with pressure. It's called finger touches. Push the thumb to each finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Play the piano. Hand stretch. Hand stretch. Beautiful. Finger touches. 4, push. 3, push. 2, push. Push. Go back. Push. 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 2 more times. Push. 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 1 more. 1 more. Push. Push. Play the piano. Play the piano. Good. Let's go back to mobilization. Here we go. Mobilize it. Play the piano. And push it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3. Mobilize it. Move it around. Beautiful. Play the piano. Stretch. Stretch and pressure. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, shake it out. Okay, we can start with that right there. Next, we want to isolate here. We're going to grab a towel, a face cloth, whatever we have, and we are going to just simply pull, push, pull, and push, pull, and push, pull, and push it. Push it in. Now relax it. Now relax it. Here we grab the can or the roller. Roll and up. Roll and back. Zoodles, anybody? Okay, this can is from 2012. Wah. 2 more. We got to go back and do that hand grab. Down we go. This comes off. This goes down. We do it again. Let's do 6. Pull. Push. 1. Concentrate. 5. 4. 3. Push down. 2. 1. We roll. If you don't have this, you might have this. Roll. Roll. If you don't have that, these are fabulous. Any trainers out there, start using the roll. Beautiful. We got one more set, one more set, one more set. Towel goes back down. 5, push. 4, push. 3, push. 2, push. One more, one more. Relax that. Grab your roller, whatever you're using, and open and close. Open and close. 2 more. Perfect. Release that out, play the piano. Both hands. So now what we'd like to do is we would like to drop that wrist over the end. Here we go. We're going to drop and come back. Like that? I'll do it this way. Drop and come back. Can we do that? Drop and come back. Drop, soon as you hit that wrist, come on back. 2 more. Yeah. 1 more. Perfect. Now, right over top of it, elbow down, right over top, side to side. Right over top, side to side. So we really want to focus on the wrist being, the elbow being stable and the wrist doing that. We're going to do it again. Ready? Out, down, back. Out, down, stretchy, back. Out, down. Now, tension, scale of 1 to 10, 4. I have good flexibility because I do this all the time, right? 4 or 5 out of 10. Nice. Release that. One more time. Down we go. Whoop. And release that. Perfect. You ready? Hang it and dangle. Hang it and dangle. Hang it and dangle. Yes. Hang it and dangle. Woo. Shake that out. Right? We've done like 6 exercises already. I know your hands are coming alive. So just to recap, and for my brain cells, I teach my students all the time, never tell people you're winging it. I'm not winging it. I have a lot of information and it changes daily, so I can't write programs out perfectly. We did this. Yes? Push, 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 and this. Right? We then did grab, grab, roll, roll. We then did side, side, dangle, dangle. 6 exercises. Are you ready? Okay, let's say that we have a band. We might have a towel. This is where it gets a little bit harder when you don't have that rubberized. Right? So any type of band you have, what we're going to do is I am literally going to make a loop and put it down on here. So just like that. Loop. Why? Because now I'm going to spread my fingers sideways. Spread and out. Spread. And what's happening is one side is anchoring. I'm going to stand. One side is anchoring and this side is stretching against it. And you're pulling the pinky away from here. I should do drums alive. Out. So it's got to be across the fingers, not the wrist, across the fingers. Right where that finger, out. In, and you just hold. Out. In. Pull it away. Stretch the fingers. Slide it. Pull it away and stretch the fingers. Pull it away and keep it flat though. I know, we have so many questions on this, right, Nish? Because we're all in our offices at home and technology. 2 more. 2 more. The research is the same. This is what the research says, I'll be honest. Do this and this. Do you have anything else for me? What about all of this? Your wrist should go flex, extend, which is where the challenge is in carpal tunnel. There's so much of this. So now picture your computer. Here is being pushed and it's collapsing. So they say to you, well, let's stretch it. And you do try and stretch it, but it's tight back here. So don't you have to do this? So let's try then with the elbow in. Let's hold that, push that out, give it a stretch, bring it down, elbow in. There's a stretch. Let's do that. Reach, wrist, and down. Reach, wrist, and down. That is the whole thing instead of just And here's the other side of that. Then if we know this side, then what's this side? Out and back with the elbow. So these are movement, wrist, elbow, shoulder stretches. This is the whole kinetic stretch. Use the whole kinetic stretch instead of going, ow, ow. If you ask me where it starts at the fingertips. Be able to do this. Fingertips. That's stretching the back of the hand. You ready? Ready? Fingertips only. How about halfway fingers? Feel the stretch? Now, put your hands right there and grip. Grip. And let it go. Ready again? Push on the knuckles. Push. Grip. And let it go. So simple. Now play the piano. So let's put those grips with this together. So again, one more time, and I could use this band. Here's another reason. So I know, Amy, that you bought TheraBands. Here's where the TheraBands come in. Now they're super thick. And I can pull right across and literally open. So I would slide, create the tension, slide it, and then push the hands out. Let it come in. Slide it, push the hands out, grab it, let it come in. Slide it, push the hands out, let it come in. Two more. One more. Beautiful. Now we've done everything backwards. Let's do everything forwards. Here we go. Fingertips down. Fingertips only. Stretches the back right here. Knuckles. Now when we get here, make a fist with the top there. Pull it over, pull it over. Yeah. And let it go. You ready again for that? Pull it over. Push it. Yep. And let it go. Beautiful. Out we go. We do our stretches now. Elbow in and forward. Dynamic. And forward. Good. Should we go the other way? I think we should, right? So if we're here, we'll hold here. We go, oh. Reach it over like the elephant trunk. Bring it in. Reach it over. Bring it in. Yep. Reach it over. Bring it in. Beautiful. Hands up. This is where the balls come in. If I had two hands, but it's only the one carpal. They think they're going to fall, but they're not. Let it roll. You got to let it go though. Because what's happening is we're always like this on the keyboard. So this gives it that and then you had it go. How's all that working for your hands? We're feeling it, right? So what we're working through again is mobility, hit it, strengthen it, work it out, and then let it go. The activation is the most challenging part. When you have carpal tunnel syndrome, you are overactivated on what we classify as the anterior chain. This is overactivated. So all of the nerves in here are pinched and stopped, which means we have an activation problem on this side. So if you actually look at your arm, you feel it here, the activation problem may be coming from the outside of the elbow. So how can we activate all of this the same as we nervous with this one? We would need electricity. Here's the activation balls. Vibration, external. Tens would be something that would do this as well. Now I'm activating the other side of my hand, right across from the tunnel. Literally vibrating the heck out of that tunnel. Right across my hand. Wake it up, wake it up, wake it up. Wake it up. Slide all that tissue. Wake it up. And then sit right there and press on that. That's your grip muscle. And then relax it. This is what these are for. So wake up becomes important. If you do not have a vibration ball, the only place I'm going to send you right now, and I don't even have a discount code. They're like, oh, to be a wholesaler. I'm like, I'm not wholesaling your stuff. I was looking for a discount code for people. Hyper Ice has these. So I would go directly to Hyper Ice. I was going to go to somebody else, but go directly to Hyper Ice, HYPERICE. That's a mini, a black mini. If you do not have something like that and you don't want to spend the $120, they're about that, $120 on that. Believe me, with all the tools you're going to spend to fix yourself, that will fix so many issues on your body. That's the best tool you could buy. And then you can always say, Kim, come back online and we're going to go over the ball together. If you don't have something like that, this has points to it. So this, anything that is gritty or rubby would also wake up your nervous system. They're called subcutaneous. So one of the things I do with my athletes, I know this sounds strange, but we didn't have this kind of stuff. You know, Brillo pad, like a scrub pad. When you do a little bit of a fine scrub, do you feel that scratch? Use your fingers. I use a Brillo pad on that. You'll feel it wakes up the back of your hand. So a vibration ball could wake it up. A scratch could wake it up. Something like that. My ballers, because they have it, it's a kinetic thing for them. They wake it up with the back of their ball and they can use their ball and then they're always in contact with their ball. That's just what they do. Okay? So wake it up means we need to wake up the opposite side of the hand. This side is woken up. This side is shut off. That is our number one problem right there. So it collapsed. The nerves are all pinched. You won't feel it in the pinky. You're going to feel it in here. At night, the best suggestion I could say for you to at night is to make sure you stabilize that wrist. So this is where those braces come in. And then that does not flex or bend, because flexing and extending are what irritate it when it's inflamed. So it needs to be stabilized with a brace. You could do it with a couple towels. You could also do that with a tensor bandage. Easy things at home you could do to wrap that up, but stabilize that and then put that on a pillow. So when you're actually sleeping at night, this hand is on the top. If you're on your side, you're sleeping like that. You should never have it underneath or underneath, because the nervous system here needs to come down and feed it and it can't. So stabilize it, open it up for sleeping or just for rest. If it needs to rest on your day job and you're sitting there, half you're working at home still, I get it, right? But if you have just on your desk, put it like that and relax your hand like that on your desk. 5 to 10 minutes and that will help, just to make sure that it's relaxed during your day. So I hope some of these exercises have helped you. Again, we woke up, we mobilized, we strengthened, and then we mobilized again. And that's the process of dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome. The only way to get rid of the pain in the front truly is to ice it, because it's so hot from the electricity. So the ice tends to bring it down a little bit. So a nice cool cloth. One of the things I have my clients do that have it is I have them have cool cloths with ice cubes in it. And then they put it in a plastic bag. And throughout the day, that bag will melt, but they'll still have that cold cloth that they could put on their hand and transport with them. So that's an idea for transporting a little bit of a cold thing with you instead of using these fake ice packs all the time that don't always work. And then if you are going to put a cloth on there, if you could wrap something else on top of it so it compresses the cold around the joint area, it will also help to drive the cold into the process. So that cold cloth sitting in cold water or ice, take it out and then wrap it on and put it onto your desk like that and give it a little bit of a rest. Hope you enjoyed it. Mixed tips, we got it. Carpal tunnel. We will see you guys in the next session. Have a good morning.